Hi viewers, I'm going to feature a brand new watch from Glycine. This is a newly released model and it's quite a special one, but this time it's a quartz, not an automatic, but it's a pretty decent looking quartz model. So let's have a look at this now. This is the Glycine Airpilot, not Airman, Airpilot. I'm not a huge fan of quartz watches, but I don't mind the odd quartz watch if it has something a little bit unique and special, and this one, in my opinion, does offer something quite special. And you can see that it's got a lovely blue dial and that very distinctive double date at the 12 o'clock position. As you can also see, this has a dual time feature, so it does pack quite a lot of features. Let's quickly go over the specs before we go into more detail. Being a pilot's watch, this is fairly large. That is quite a common characteristic of pilot watches. This is a 44mm case size. The lug to lug is 51mm. The lug width is 22mm. And the thickness is 12mm. It mainly has a brushed finish all over the case and the bracelet, but it's very well done. The only polished sections are on the edge of the bezel. Now this is obviously a Swiss made quartz watch, so it has a Swiss quartz mechanism. It's very accurate, obviously. The crown is probably one of the best feeling crowns I've ever experienced on a quartz watch. It's quite a nice size, very similar in size to the Tudor Black Bay. Feels similar as well when you turn it. Great pop to it. It's just really well done. So you just change the time in a normal way, and the date change in the first position. And it is a screw down crown. Now to change the dual time in the 6 o'clock position, that little mini clock, you unscrew the crown, put it to the first position, and then you hold down this button here and it changes the time there. And then you can just do it in increments to get the minutes by pressing it. Very simple but very effective. The dial is beautiful. This is a blue, deep blue dial with that sunburst, almost metallic finish to it. The indices and markers are all printed in white, but that is also loomed, so it's actually a very decent loom for a Glycine watch. Glows brightly and lasts a long time. And then you can see the second hand has a red tip on the end, which goes very well with the blue dial, and you can see the miniature dual time hands also have red tips on them. The fit and finish is very good. It feels extremely high quality. The crown is nicely signed. The case is really quite well finished, and the brushing effect is very well done. It has a screw down case back with some text engraved on the back, just explaining about the model and the different references and serial numbers. Also shows that this is a 100-meter water resistance, stainless steel, and has sapphire glass. Everything on the dial is printed. There's nothing applied. Even the logo is printed, which would have been nice if it was applied, but I suppose that's another feature of pilot watches. They do tend to just have printed markers. It all goes to extreme visibility. You don't have any polished metal surfaces that might detract from actually reading it clearly. So it's all about legibility. This is a very legible dial, so easy to read. Great contrast. So I'll show you the bracelet in a bit more detail. It is a deployment class push at the sides. Nicely done, nothing special, but very well machined. Got the Glycine wording engraved there. The links are held together with the push pins and collar system. Bit fiddly, but very secure once it's done. So let me show you a quick wrist shot now. I do like the look of it, it sits very well. The case isn't that thick, so for a big watch it's quite comfortable and sits flat on the wrist. The lugs curve down as well, which helps. The bracelet is comfy and looks good. The only thing I would say, it is quite a heavy watch. So wearing it for a long time you do notice it. But that's about the only negative I would say in terms of comfort. It does have a lot of wrist presence, if you like that sort of thing. Very smart. Okay, and now I'll show you that loom in the dark, see how that fares. And before I wrap up, I just want to zoom in on that dial, show you that in a bit more detail. And now you can really see that crisp, perfect printing on the dial, the beautiful blue sunburst effect, and that very smart dual time feature there. Very well done, really is a good looking watch this is. That big double date window is, I like that, it's very easy to read. Doesn't interfere with the dial, I don't think. Got your typical pilot markings, and you can probably just make out the hands are a matte black finish filled with that white superluminova. Very easy to read the time with those hands. It's a very well laid out dial, especially for a dual time watch. You can see that beautiful crown. It really, in my opinion, I've had quite a few Glycine watches, but I feel this is the best crown I've ever seen and felt on a Glycine watch. It's fantastic. Let's have a quick look at that case back. It's quite a bland case back, but well done. Not really much to say about that. But the best thing about this watch is the price. Today is the 18th of June, and as of right now, ashford.com, you can get this for $270, which is incredible value for a very high quality Swiss made quartz watch with a dual time feature. That is superb value. I can't think of any other Swiss quartz watches of this quality that you can get for that price. So if you like pilot style watches and you don't mind a larger size case, then I totally recommend this watch. It really is a lovely piece. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time.